And it's time to dust off your bootstraps because Cowboy Carter is taking over California. Tonight, Beyonce's highly anticipated Cowboy Carter tour is kicking off again in LA. For formation, it was wide-brimmed hats, of course. Renaissance was chrome and disco balls. And now it's denim, chaps in full Western glam. Queen Bee will be hitting 22 stops across the country, including Chicago, New York, and of course, Texas, before heading overseas to London and Paris. And this is Beyonce we're talking about, of course. So fans are expecting the superstar to top her last history-making tour. No pressure. Our contributor and radio personality, Megan Wright, knows all about it and joins me right now. Megan, good to see you, and thanks for being with us.
So good to see you, too.
All right, so let's start with this. The set list and the guest list are both under wraps, so what can we expect?
Here's the thing. It's crazy to me how under wraps this stuff can get, especially with how big Beyonce actually is. But she keeps it really quiet. But what I can say is we are going to expect nothing short of legendary. Okay, she is prepared for this moment. She is ready for this moment. We're going to see some stunning visuals. We're going to see some amazing outfits. You touched on the Cowboy Couture. We're going to see the cowboy hats. We're going to see, the denim. We're going to see the fringe. And I feel like at this point, we cannot see a Beyonce concert or Beyonce tour without seeing her daughter, Blue Ivy. So I feel like, even though I don't know, but it seems like we should see some amazing mother-daughter moments. And I feel like we're also going to see some incredible storytelling. Beyonce is very visual, and I feel like we're going to get that with this tour for sure.
So you believe Blue Ivy is going to show up again?
I think she has to. I think if she doesn't, fans are going to go crazy on social media looking for her. And it was incredible to see on the last tour her progression and her growth. And we all feel like aunties just like rooting her on, as she's getting better with the choreography. So I do feel like we're going to have some amazing mother-daughter moments for sure.
All right. And social media has been flooded, of course, with fans posting about their looks. Beyonce shows are more than just concerts. So why do you think people go all the way out when it comes to Beyonce's concerts?
So it's an experience. If you think about it, DeMarco, I think of some of the shows that I've been to over the years, especially when I was younger. It's kind of like you get the tickets and you go and you have a good time. But with this, it's different. Okay, first of all, we're waiting in these crazy digital lines, to get the tickets in the first place. And then we're getting with our friends and we're trying to figure out what city we are going to, because she's not performing in many cities. So if you are not in one of those major cities, if you're not in LA, if you're not in Houston, if you're not in DC, if you're not in Paris or in London, you got to figure out how to get there. So you are saving money. You're going with your friends, you're getting the outfits, you're turning it into an entire experience. And then in the audience, all of the fans look like they could be on stage with Beyonce as well with the outfits. So it's just an incredible time for everybody. And, it's just a blast for sure.
And Megan, are you surprised that people are willing to spend their whole paycheck, their rent, for a ticket to go see Beyonce?
I am not. And I'm not going to tell you what I did to get, how much money I spent to get my tickets. I am not. But, I think, Beyonce continues to make history. She has done it her entire career. She has done some amazing things. And again, I say it, like I said earlier in this conversation, this tour is going to be nothing short of legendary. All eyes are on her, and she knows it, and she's been preparing for this moment.
And real quick, do you think the tour is different here in the country versus overseas, across the pond?
I feel like I remember from the last tours, it's almost like there are bits and pieces and little things that are different. I think, so much goes into this. And I was a tour DJ for a long time. So you kind of get into this routine of what you're going to do every show. The outfits will change a little bit, but she also knows that fans are recording. So I remember when her last tour went on, we all had to stay off social media because we're like, no, we don't want to see what happens because we want to be, surprised in the moment. So there's going to be a little changes, maybe even different guests that may pop up in different cities. But for the most part, Beyonce is going to do Beyonce, and she's going to do it incredibly well.
Megan, our Beyonce correspondent there. You just got a new title. Thank you so much. And good to see you, Fred, as always. Thank you.